Hello to Solving Coding Conundrums. We look at RESTful API this time and basically a set of rules which are followed and exchange of information happens securely over the internet. So, what is RESTful API? RESTful API is Representational State Transfer API. It's a popular application programming interface. It's an API architecture style. It allows computer systems to exchange information securely over the internet. It's used in Spotify, Netflix, and most of the banking applications. It's basically a set of rules followed. When I send example get HTTP protocols like different methods called get, post, put, patch, delete, and all, and I send the particular file, URL, and I say get, it will give the result. It's two of them are there right now. So this is the basic structure. I have API.php and db.php. db is to get the things from the particular db which I have saved and displayed. API is how get, put, and post and all react to what is sent there. So let us look at the structure of API.php, which I've written. This is basically, you can write it in any language. You should know the logic as such. So PHP is the language I chose. So what I'm saying is in PHP, I will have an header which communicates in the JSON format. JSON, XML are the formats which are usually used, and JSON is the prevailing one right now. So you will including the db.php. I'll explain it later. So the request method which the server sends, like get, post, anything, that method is saved and the connection is made to the DB. So basically, you're switching methods based on that. You're putting like case put, it goes to the handle put with the connection in that. What is there in my db.php? I have a connect, basically with all the ports and everything, connection, DB username and all. And I'm connecting with video with uh, particular host port and a DB name. An exception is handled. This is what is there in db.php. I opened my PostgreSQL particular TG admin 4. So in that I have a DB called REST API DB and tables are I'm using users. So in that I'll just say count rows. Currently there are 2 rows here. Also, in my API.php, I have different methods as I told you. So let us go to handle get, which handles the get method which comes. So when the connection is made, I have two things in the DB, and it gets the particular ID. If it's a particular ID thing, there are two ways of using get. So basically, you can get the whole number of users which you have, or your particular user based on an ID. So it gets the ID interval of get ID, and then select users where the ID is that, and then prepare the statement and bind it and execute it, and you fetch the result and you echo it in the JSON encode. So basically the same thing is done for all of them. This is but the one I described is only for a particular ID. If it is for all the users, then you have to use this particular where it says fetch all. So similarly, post is handled. It gets the particular data which you have entered here in this body. So you are actually posting it. So that's why it gets the data. And then insert into is used for the DB. Name, email, age, and name, email, age are the ones which I'm using for the user in the DB. So the values is prepared and bind the param and then execute it and show the particular user it's created or failed. Put is where you update The same kind of thing is done where you update the user based on name, age, or email, and where the ID is ID. So delete is the same thing, but you say delete from. This is my basic structure. And when I say delete and I say, okay, sorry, I'll do post. I have not had Sarah here in the result. I'll just say send, and it says user created successfully. I will get all the results. Here I have Jane, Shweta, and Sarah. When I want to put something, that put means I am adding some particular ID. So as you can see, I have a get method where I have three elements like ID 1, 4, and 3. What I'll do is I'll make the third one ID is equal to 3. I'll do a put there. Put means updating. So I'll may change it to Shweta or Maya to Shweta. And you can see that it is giving me an error. Let me see why. So yeah, you have to put a question mark and then the ID is equal to 3 and say I'll name is equal to Shweta. When I say get and I give the URL as such, it will give me all of them. It is now changed to Shweta. So this is how RESTful API works. So basically, it's a transfer of information from one computer to another securely. It's used majorly in many applications today. I will make available this code in GitHub and add the URL in the YouTube URL. Thank you.